Well, a heartbreaking update on a story out of the Midlands involving two infants who died in a hot car. There will not be any charges in this case. The Richland County Sheriff says their dad went to work on September 1st thinking he had dropped them off at the local daycare. But he didn't realize that he never did drop them off until 9.5 hours later. When the dad went to the daycare to get his babies, he realized they were in the back seat the whole time. And the sheriff talked about this tragedy today.
Just a horrible, horrible, tragic accident that occurred. The father was under some intense pressure at work that really had his mind somewhere else that day. And in his mind, he really believed that he had dropped the two boys off at daycare. There was no doubt in his mind that he had done that.
And this was a look at those twins, Braden and Bryson. The coroner confirmed they died from heat exhaustion. The heat index that day had reached 120 degrees.
Well, the coroner and sheriff asking for prayers for everybody involved. They also talked about safety in this case. Fox Carolina's Amber Worthy taking a closer look at what daycares and parents can do to prevent avoidable deaths like that one. She joins us live in our newsroom with more.
Tori, it is a painful reminder of how stress can distract you from the things that matter most. The sheriff cited stress at that father's job, and those I spoke to today say it should serve as a wake-up call for all parents. The Richland County Sheriff says the father of these twins will not face charges after they were left in the car while he went to work.
Didn't happen on purpose, didn't mean to do it. God, he didn't mean to do it. He's got to live with that the rest of his life. But it happened.
Catherine Martin says she lost her daughter to a preventable tragedy and believes that this is something that we can all learn from.
We know the phone call, we know that pain of being in the hospital, we know that funeral, we know those gripping details that never leave you for the rest of your life. You know, for me, it's been 7.5 years and I can still feel the weight of my daughter in my arms.
Whether you are rushing to work or to the grocery store or daycare, she says you hope you do your best to prevent your worst nightmare.
We're overstressed, if we're forgetful, if we're not feeling well, if we're recovering from something, if we're worried about other illnesses in the family. These are all things that can distract your mind much quicker than you think. So to take that extra moment and do a little bit of what we call insurance that will help you. We need all the help we can get.
Catherine Martin has a suggestion that she believes all daycares should adopt that could help.
Maybe having the child care center send out phone calls if the child did not arrive and they're a normal child that's there 5 days a week or 3 days a week, just like the public school system does.
And the organization Just Say Something has classes for parents to help them manage the stress that can distract them from day-to-day life activities. United Way has support for families who may be facing a financial emergency that can cause stress as well. If you know anyone struggling, you can direct them to that support that is available. Back to you, Tori.